back to another video update for the week of my channel, in which I talk about crap with you, or at you. Not looking my best today. I am scrawny, I am messy, and crap. It's really freaking warm. I'm trying not to swear so much, and I'm coming out in stress spots. There is a reason behind that, and I will tell you all about it very soon. Quick update on the room. It's a lot tidier than it was last week. You can see the Hoover. That armour there is hopefully going soon. There's a lot more space on the floor. And hopefully this time next week, I will be able to shoot it properly using my DSLR and not my Mac. I'm also supposed to be getting a new, that's fluff, DSLR at some point, so that should make it even better because my current one is a little bit neither here nor there. I'm sorry, I'm really, really tired. Last week was pretty shit, to be fair, for everybody in the UK as a whole. So, obviously, Monday night, I did my video Monday and I was all happy and excited and it was great. Not like even 6 hours later, I think it was about 6 hours later, a bomb went off in Manchester, as you are no doubt aware, and all hell broke loose in the UK and is still going on at this moment in time. Our terror level has been raised to the highest terror level it has ever been at, and we have been rebriefed on all of the terror procedures in the shopping centre that I currently work at, all of which really make me hope that it never happens because most of us will die. Not least of all the fact where the meeting point is for the whole thing is like literally right outside the centre, which if you know anything about the centre, I'm not going to go into it because hell, it's where I work. It's glass. I'm going to leave you guys to work that out. And I really feel for the families involved. I really do. It's heartbreaking. I can't imagine what they're going through, and I don't want to be one of those people that gives false platitudes because I can't imagine what you're going through. I had a point where I thought I'd lost my dad, but he was a soldier. We thought we were always going to lose Dad to a war, and it never happened. So I'm exceptionally glad that I have never had that happen, but I do feel very sorry for those that have had it happen to them. But there has been a point where I had to leave social media for a bit this week because there were way too many people calling for the deportation of all Muslims or the deaths of all Muslims. I'm German. I'm half German, okay? I'm not gonna gloss over the fact that some of my relations were probably involved with the Nazi Party at some point, whether to kill them or not. The war, my granddad's father died in the war. Most of my granddad's family died in the war, and they were killing people who were Nazis, who were basically systematically destroying anyone that didn't belong to their ideology. And he told me horror stories about how, people were being told that this is a good thing. And I can see that all happening again. And now I know people say, oh, you shouldn't believe everything old people say, but I trust my granddad. Even now, even though he's gone, if he came back from the dead and told me, yeah, you stop this, I'd do it because I trust the man that much. And I'm scared. What's to say that people won't go Muslims and then go, you know what, who else doesn't think like us? Who else doesn't act like us? You, brown person, you're Muslim, aren't you? Whether or not they are, I mean, we have Sikhs in our community who wear, obviously, the head turbans. why did I say head turbans? Wear the turbans, and they were being picked on this week. It's like, for fuck's sake, I swore, sorry, learn your religions. They're not Muslim. Even if they were, leave them alone. And yeah, it's like hate speech and crime and crap has just gone that much again. It's gone, here's point A, really low, alright, Brexit happened, this has happened, that way. Yeah, my arms are horrible. I keep saying this every video, I'm sorry. And it's just really quite upsetting to sit and read. So I had to leave Facebook, and then it happened outside work, and it was like, it was horrible. It was not nice, and it kind of set the tone for the rest of the week, for me anyway. Not necessarily with people dying, but with lots of things going wrong. Nothing really went wrong Tuesday. It was okay. It was Tuesday. Wednesday was when it started to really go wrong. I'm all for people being hesitant when new things are brought in. Something to do with work. I'm not going to go into it, but I don't. And while I know that I'm one of those people that sometimes go, this isn't going to work, this isn't great, this is not perfect, nothing's ever going to be perfect, and you've just got to try. And I've really taken that to heart with this most recent thing that's come in. And I'm not going to bitch about the product because it's a really good product. I'm not going to go into what it is either, because if you were watching a couple of weeks back when I was wearing my hoodie that I shouldn't have been wearing, you know where I work. And you know what it is. And it's not the company I have a problem with. It's some of the staff. Like, I know it's hard, but you need to stop answering back when people are trying to train you. And it's just, I can't do it because, it got so frustrating and upsetting and angering. And it was so bad because people couldn't seem to understand why we were getting stressed. And it was like, look, shut the fuck up. Again, that's a swear word. Listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm trying to teach you. Take it on board and you might do better. Point was proven yesterday. And there are more sirens going off in Rushden. And yeah, it was really crazy bad. Thursday was just, I don't know, I think it was pervasive that everybody had, from like, we're angry at what happened on Monday and we're going to take it out on everybody else, we don't know why, we're just going to do it. And, okay, cool, let's run with this shit. And then Friday happened. Now Friday was good, actually, surprisingly. It was okay until it came time for me to go home. I have a very, very close friend of mine. Her name is Fee. She lives in another town over from me that I used to live in myself. And last year, her partner died in suspicious circumstances. I'm not going to go into that. It was a very heartbreaking thing. I offered to help as much as I could, and I tried my hardest to do everything that I could to help her. And this is why the mess is there. Say hello to Starlight Glimmer, my newest pony. She's going to sit there for a second. So that's why that's all there, because I took a load of it off her hands and was like, I'm going to try and sell it for you. Now, it takes a lot out of me. Like, the suit of armour that I showed you, that's there, that armour belonged to a character by the name of Urtzitz, who was an orc creature. I think he went with the skills orc, but he was a creature, like an animal creature. And he died protecting my main character, my character in CP, Takramir, because she was a psychopath and she ran off across the battlefield and he chased after her and took the blow that was meant to kill my character. Which, you know, getting that out, it was quite upsetting and saddening. And then there's this armour, which I have hidden. Right. I can't wear this. It's too big for me. This was Taki's younger brother's armour. Now, in the Moradel, everybody is a brother or sister. It's just the way they work. But Jamis was Taki's actual younger brother, blood brother. They were family. It was really important, and yeah. No, wait, it was Malice. Jamis didn't die. Malice, sorry, not Jamis. Malice died in Taki's arms because the battle went wrong, horribly wrong. So this was his. So it's a beautiful piece of armour. He really perfected this over the armour behind me. The armour behind me is very rough and rustic and orcish. This, however, this bit here is actual metal, and this bit is fiberglass, which means it's really light on the body. And but the way he's done this bit, it actually looks a lot more like metal, and it's really nice and really, really pretty. I need a bit of a recoat, but I'm not painting this. It's got to the point where, as much as I love this armour and it's beautiful, having this in my house is making me depressed. So I thought I was going to go start getting stuff ready and getting stuff sorted, and then I found out why, because my boss, my beloved boss Loki, who I am wearing his t-shirt for today, I'll show you in a minute, but yeah, it is a Tom Hiddleston one, but it feels pertinent. Thursday night, I got a very strong urge to start sorting all this out and digging this out. And even though it made me upset, I was like, look, I've got to do this. I've got to deal with that. I started taking pictures, digging everything out, making sure everything was where it needed to be. And then Fee messaged me on Friday. Basically, something's happened with the bank and she has no money. So it's something fraudulent. I know that. And while I possibly shouldn't discuss it with you guys, it is really important. I don't like doing this and saying, look, yeah, come plug my eBay page and shit like that. But I am trying to make sure that I have at least got her rent covered for her in case the bank can't get it back in time, because otherwise she's going to be homeless. So a lot of Ian's stuff is going to go up on eBay or on my Facebook. Unfortunately, if you're not my friend already on Facebook, I'm not adding people from YouTube unless we actually become really good friends. So, sorry, no. But it will be up on eBay. Also, I will leave a link in my description to my DeviantArt pages, both of them. And there's going to be some very cheap commissions going on. I will do simple characters for a couple of quid just to try and get stuff sorted, get as much money as I can together for her to make it easier for her. I'm really, like I said, I'm really sorry to say it and ask for it, but it's gonna happen this week. Which means hopefully that will all go. Yeah, I keep trying to be really positive, but there are some weeks like this where it's just like, I can't think. I mean, there was Wednesday night. Wednesday night was good. I ended my Mass Effect RP game that I've been running for a while now. But other than, there's nothing good that I can really say about what happened last week for my country and for myself and those that I'm really close to. So if you could look at the description, my eBay page will be up there. Not my Facebook. My eBay page will be up there, and my DeviantArt, both of them will be up there. If you find it in your heart, if you're a passerby and you've watched this far, if you find it in your heart to at least take a look, I would be most grateful. But before I get any more melancholy, I am going to call it there. I was going to show you my t-shirt. Yes. Yeah. I have horrible arms. No matter how much I do push-ups, it doesn't. No, anyway. I will say goodbye, and hopefully this coming week will be better, and I will get to you next week. Not only will the back be a lot more clear than it is right this second, but there will be more positive news along the lines of I've got it all sorted, or everything's sorted, and anything I've got from you guys, thank you, is going towards making sure this never happens again, or anything like that. So anyway, I will see you next week. Thank you so much for listening. Take care.